all madams, all of you. You have made great arrangements and we are very happy to be here. And I welcome again all of you. We will have a proper session later on because this is the first session we are conducting. So, so here we are. You not only that you will see the vibrating colors and thoughts, you will also experience. Just take them. The people will be sharing their own experience in the maternal and child health care, newborn care, and we are so fortunate. We are in a period when Government of India has started advancing the midwifery for last 5 years, more than 5 years. From 2018 onwards, we are working on it, and it is taking beginning steps are there. And we are told that Assam is also going to take up that midwifery initiative. So this is a good time for us, especially Assam people, to absorb all that is being talked about here, and see there are certain barriers. We will be discussing those also, and we will see that this state comes out with in a new way to adopt the midwife-led care units. So we are really very enthusiastic, hopeful that something new and good will come out of it. And with your blessings, we are going to approach Assam government to directly take up SOMI for this particular project, directly. So far we were indirectly working, SOMI was indirectly working for this project, but now from this state, I am appealing to the organizers that today those people will be coming, the government officials. From the beginning itself we say that SOMI wants to be a part of it directly. Technical advisors, they should not expect any money from us, but technical, definitely. We are the only people, midwives are the only people who are with the mothers and babies, and the best way. So all the best for this conference, and thank you all of you who have come from all over India as well as mainly from Meghalaya and Assam. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. As Nelson Mandela rightly said, I quote, "Education is the most powerful weapon which can be used to change the world," unquote. And here we gather today to improve our knowledge on midwifery practices. Good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to see so many eminent personalities across the nation today for the 17th National Conference of Society of Midwives India, hosted by the Assam Chapter and Regional College of Nursing. To begin with the day one of the conference, we have the opportunity to delve into regulations and legal guidelines for midwifery practices in India, a subject that is shaping the future of midwives in our country. This plenary session is designed to provide insights, sparks discussion, and inspire actions. We are honored to have with us Madam Mrs. Lieutenant Colonel Retired Manumani Venkat, Advisor of SOMI, as the chairperson for today's first plenary session on regulations and legal guidelines for midwifery practices in India. I request Madam to kindly take over the stage. I request Mrs. Sapna Thakur, Associate Professor from Chhattisgarh, who is the moderator of today's plenary session, to kindly come over the stage. Now, I hand over the session to Madam Chairperson and the moderator, Madam.
Before starting the sessions, I just want to display two cases which I have taken from the High Court site, which is showing that how important for us to know about the legal guidelines. So here there is a case. Actually, I am not going to read because of short of time. But what is there? This is Elima एलिया अम्मा वर्सेस द स्टेट ऑफ मध्य प्रदेश. ये मध्य प्रदेश का केस है in which the person has means he has registered FIR against a nurse, and the case was that a lady Savita Bai was admitted in the CHC, and he accused the nurse like the nurse has not referred the case at the right time. What happened because of that, the Savita Bai who was pregnant was died. So he has under the section 420 and 307, the nurse was claimed and FIR was registered against that nurse. But after proper investigations and proper scrutiny and verifications, it was found that nurse has maintained all the cartograph, all the parameters was maintained by the nurse, and the nurse was not at the time when the woman was died. She was the nurse was hand over all the charges to the another nurse. So after all the investigation, it was found yes, proper documentation was there, and nurse was not at that time on duty. So the case was disposed of, and the nurse was released from all the sections. One more case I just want to discuss, which is showing the importance of ethical and the communication. What is the importance of communication among us? So this is the case 2, which is from the Gujarat, and this is one. Actually, it is. Slides, I don't know. Okay, so the case was that the patient was admitted in Gujarat. There was a famous hospital, neurology hospital. Actually, it is not related to midwife, but the patient was claimed a nurse and filed FIR, registered FIR against the nurse because at the night patient was having the stomach pain in that hospital, and he is having some leakage from the abdominal opening which was made there. So he asked the nurse to call the doctor, but it was night time, and nurse told her she is not going to call the doctor at night, she will call the doctor at morning. So that patient felt very discomfort all the night, and he was in very painful situation all the night. So after that, he registered FIR against the nurse that she was showing the negligence and all. And after all the investigation and verification by the court, the nurse was found accused. 5 so-called notice was released for that nurse, and nurse was terminated from the job. So I just want to say there are so many other cases in the, if you want to see in the site of Supreme Court and the High Court, you can find out the cases are there where the nurses are losing their job and registrations because they are not knowing about and they are not following about the legal regulation and during their practices. So it's my proud privilege to introduce our chairperson, Madam. Our chairperson is very eminent personality of India. Mrs. Retired Lieutenant Colonel Manumani Venkach Ma'am. Madam has a qualification as an MSc Nursing in Obstetric and Gynecological, and academic qualifications. She is graduated from FMSc Pune, and she has done her MSc in SNDT University Mumbai in 1985. She has also taken the diploma course in orthopedic nursing and also the basic education of computers. Madam is having the professional experience. She has served in the military nursing services for 22 years, vice principal at Bharati Vidyapit College of Nursing, and she has also served as a principal at various College of Nursing. She is a TNAI president. She was TNAI president of Pune City branch and the director of nursing at Bharati Hospital and Research Center Pune. She has a membership of TNAI, SOMI, NRSI, SOCHMI, and she is really a founder of our Society of Midwives, and at present she is working as an advisor of SOMI. Madam has also served her services as a Secretary General, Society of Midwives India at national level for 8 years. She is involved in planning and implementing various activities in SOMI. And she was also awarded as a Lifetime Achievement Award from the TNAI. The other achievements of the madams are that madam is an examiner for undergraduates, she is a guide for postgraduates, and the member of Academic Council LIC and the Staff Selection Committee. She is an INC ad hoc inspector and also NET peer team member also. So we are very proud to have you here, ma'am. So that is up to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Swapna, for that introduction. Good morning to all of you on this beautiful day, which we all were awaiting for. I think I'll get up because I'm also more comfortable standing. This beautiful day, this morning, which we are awaiting for a long time to come to Assam, all the midwives, the members of Society of Midwives India. Since long we have been wanting to come to Assam. We have been asking Lukima and Unmana for many years because I am connected to them more than 20 years now from the time. I am not the founder of SOMI, I am the founder member of SOMI. When SOMI was founded by Dr. Prakash Sharma, I think we should be here in any time here now. So I also joined as a member, maybe the fourth member or something like that. So I am a founder member of SOMI. So we have seen Ummana and all coming to Maitri and the initiative has nearly more than 20 years. I only remember that they had done the Assamese dance at that time when we had a program. After our working hours, we do have some extracurricular activities always arranged at Maitri. I remember at that time, and they are still the same till today when I look at them. Thank you for bringing us to Assam. And I must appreciate, before we delve into the first plenary session, that we are really enjoying the hospitality provided by you here. I know everyone who's come here, they are either in Kaziranga or Kamasya or somewhere. They want to go around, see all the places around. I think the time is not sufficient for everybody to enjoy their place as well as the hospitality provided by you. I, on behalf of the President, the Secretary, already President has given you a welcome address. I feel connected to SOMI because SOMI is my second home here. At this, our President, the Secretary, Dr. Asha Bhatt, and all the executive members, advisors, the earlier President, who all are present here. We do, that is Madam Vandana Das, everybody knows, Mitali, Madam Jasupati Das is there, who is the President joint, she is there, the Vice President. And who else is here? Rohini Nagare is there, who has been the Secretary General. And all of us were here, and we do miss Madam Vandana Bhattacharya, her presence here because of her aging. She is not able to be with us. Otherwise, she has always been an enthusiastic and motivating personality for SOMI. And our founder members, Madam Raman and other members who have left us, who are not here with us now anymore here. We remember all of them and pay our homage to them as well. Treasurer Padma was not been able to come now, our treasurer, who has been with us throughout. We have been changing, but the treasurer is always there to support the SOMI activities at all times. I must mention and thank and express my appreciation and gratitude to Dr. Prakash Sharma, who conceived this idea of having an association in India for the Society of Midwives, because when she had visited one of the International Congress in the early years, she found that every country had a midwifery association and then there was no association in India. She thought that midwives should have an association. She sat with her seniors, the elders, that is Madam Vandana Bhattacharya, Madam Raman, and one more madam, I forget her name. Champadata, the four of us, they sat there in Delhi and they conceived this idea and they just put in some money and then they started this Society of Midwives India and they found us, few of us as the early members, I'm one among them, and all of us. And then she has been preparing many leaders. See, one of them was me, Madam Vandana Das, and then Rohini, Mithali, now Madam Usha Okande and Asha Bhatt has taken over and continuing to do working towards the objectives of midwives, that is for the mothers, the neonates, the women of all types, and the midwives. The midwives means us, all of us. How many of yours all are proud to be a midwife? Please put up your hands. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And how many of us have conducted deliveries? Oh, that's great. I feel so happy to see that many of you have conducted who are sitting as a practicing midwives, because usually we find the students sitting there, many of them, and nowadays they don't get the experiences. We have Brigadier Punita here. Happy to see you here. And she's my colleague and friend from the army. I'm from the army, you know that. And I thought before we get into that, let's get into that midwifery feeling. So can you all close your eyes for a moment? It's just 2 minutes. Close your eyes for a moment. Just imagine that you are with a mother, pregnant mother, helping her, examining her. She's come to you and you're examining her, and then she's coming to you month after month, week after week, month after month to progress of labor. Then you are there conducting her delivery, and she's very happy. There's a midwife who has assisted me throughout my pregnancy. Now she is with me. She feels so confident that she is with me throughout. And thereafter, she gets a beautiful baby in her hands. With the assistance of the midwife, she's very happy. And you are also happy. The family is happy. The whole society is happy. There's a midwife there to help out the women in time of need, and then you follow up with her. Just be with that feeling, how it feels to be with the mother, the baby, the family, and the society. Okay, thank you. How did that feel? Happy? Did it give a sense of satisfaction to everybody? Yes. Yeah. I am proud to be a midwife. Yes. I am happy and I'm proud to be a midwife. Thank you, Lord God, for making me a midwife, because I know I can speak a lot and keep on going correlating one to the other, but I'll go into the session very soon. Only 1 more minute to give me, because whenever I speak, like when I was working with Sadhu Asman mission, so where they used to go, we have to do service throughout the year. They'll find some program to do service. So I think, what service? Every day I'm doing service. So I'm so blessed to be a nurse. I used to think of myself, because God has created me to do service to human beings. And midwives to mothers and women who prepare most all types of professionals in this world. Doctors, engineers, nurses, entrepreneurs today. There's a lot of professions. Everything is, the midwife is there to assist the mother and bring out a normal delivery. And let's go into dive into this today's session, the first session, and I thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity. I also thank and congratulate, I won't get another opportunity to congratulate them, the opportunity to organize this so beautifully well and with all pleasant. We are so happy to see you all. You all look so beautiful, I must say. I am sure that everybody will agree with me that every one of you with your make like other and your beautiful smile and the beauty as such in you all, you look so beautiful that we are motivated to be here. Thank you for giving us this opportunity, and thank you for giving me this first opportunity to start this plenary, the first plenary. Let's go into that. The legal, I think we all know, we all are nurses, we have done nursing, we have done the principles of teaching that go in, and we always talk about establishing priorities. I think this conference has established priorities on talking about legal practices and regulatory mechanisms, policies in nursing. Because in the past, we always have been thinking about education, practice, education has come, practice we are trying to improve. But what is happening to the legal and legal aspects and ethics, they are just lying there in the corner. We are talking year after year, decades after decades, but there is nothing to protect us or to protect the mothers from all that. So we have taken that up as a priority. I congratulate the organizers and the executives who are involved in preparing these topics. Let's go into that. We have the first speaker. I think the first speaker is Dr. Dilip Kumar. I don't think he needs any introduction to that. Can we have the slide, please, for the Dr. Dilip Kumar? All of us know him for, I think, many years. I don't think he needs any introduction. You know, he's the president of the Indian Nursing Council. He has been the advisor to the government of India, nursing advisor. And have you got the slide?
Greetings from the Indian Nursing Council. Usha Ukande, the President of the SOMI. Jesu Patidar, the Vice President of the SOMI. Asha Bhatt, General Secretary of the SOMI. And distinguished invitees, delegates, participants, and my dear students, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to congratulate SOMI for organizing this annual event in Assam, and especially at the venue has been rightly selected, the Regional College of Nursing, Guwahati. The theme which has been identified for this annual event is midwifery practice, the game changer for the mother and newborn, which is rightly where the nurses and midwifery professionals are actively participating in this venture of reduction of the infant mortality rate and the maternal mortality rate, and especially the new cadre, which is National Health Mission, Government of India, launched the nurse practitioner midwives are playing very important role in this new venture. I have been asked to speak on the regulation and legal guidelines of the midwifery practices in India. You all know how the Sustainable Development Goal by 2030, which has been the UN resolutions where all countries are the signatories, including India, and India has done a marvelous job in the reduction of the maternal mortality rate from 327 from 99 2001 to the latest is the 70, which has achieved on the target which has been fixed by the SDG goals, and we have to go a long way in reducing the maternal mortality rate, wherein the nurse practitioners, midwives are going to play a very significant role in this reduction of the IMR and MMR. Many of the states, you can see from the slide, many of the states have already achieved the below 70, like Kerala, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, and Andhra Pradesh. And the 11 states have achieved the below 100 by 2020. The states who achieved the SDG plus, like Jharkhand, Gujarat, Haryana, Karnataka, West Bengal, and Uttarakhand. The MMR increased in 5 states from the 5 states, that is in Chhattisgarh, Uttarakhand, Punjab, West Bengal, and Kerala. So therefore, the proposed nurse practitioner midwifery, where the SOMI is going to discuss various issues, challenges in the implementation of the nurse practitioner midwives, and how the nurse practitioners are going to play a very important in achieving the national goal of the SDG. You all know that the international Lancet, which has come out on midwifery, which is a very path-breaking evidence which you are able to gather from the Lancet, and there is a considerable evidence to show that impact of the midwives in the healthcare delivery system. The 83% of the maternal deaths, stillbirths, and newborn deaths that can be averted by safe and effective midwife care, and the 24% of the preterm births can be prevented by a midwifery-led continuum care if we can provide. The 87% of the essential care services can be delivered by midwives educated and regulated on the level of the international standards of the ICM. The initiative aims to develop an enabling environment for integration of the midwifery care into the healthcare system to accelerate the maternal and neonatal mortality and promoting positive birthing experience. You can see from this slide very important indicators how best the international standard ICM standards, if the nurse practitioners are trained, like 67% of the maternal deaths can be averted, 64% of the neonatal deaths can be averted, and 65% of the stillbirths, which is a very important. So with this, we can save about 4.3 million lives per year by 2035. A less ambitious 25% increase in coverage of midwife delivery interventions every year, every 5 years. It also can avoid 41% of the maternal deaths and 39% of the neonatal deaths and 26% of the stillbirths. With this, we can save about 2.2 million lives per year by 2035. Even modest 10% increase in coverage of every 5 years, you will be able to avoid 22% of the maternal deaths and 23% of the neonatal deaths and 14% of the stillbirths. So you can save 1.3 million lives per year by 2035. So therefore, this investing very important in a policy of training the nurse practitioner midwives, which has been launched by the Government of India under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare by the NHM, is going to play very significant, as the event which the theme has been mentioned is a game changer. Definitely it's going to make a big impact in the reduction of the national vital indicators in the health and family welfare. You all know that the midwifery initiatives, I think many of the people might be attending this conference might be aware of this book, The Guidelines on Midwifery Services in India, 2018, which was launched by the Government of India in the presence of many of the UN agencies presented in Delhi. And the goal is to create a cadre of nurse practitioners in midwifery who are skilled in accordance to the competencies prescribed by the International Confederation of Midwives and are knowledgeable and capable of providing compassionate, woman-centered, reproductive, maternal and newborn healthcare services. So this is a very important policy step. If you see the SOMI report, State of the World Nursing Report in 2020, and if you see the SOMI report, State of the World Midwifery Report, wherein the World Health Assembly has passed a resolution that's called Strategic Direction for Nursing and Midwifery, SDNM 2125. In that, one of the 4 themes been reflected. The first theme is the investment. So there is a need to investment for more nursing and midwifery. And the second theme is the creation of the positions. The third theme is the leadership, and the fourth theme is the essential services to be provided in the healthcare delivery system. So in this perspective, the Government of India's initiative of the investment, where the policy decision has been made by the Government of India in this midwifery guideline, which has been launched by the Ministry of Health, that they have made a policy commitment, about 86,000 nurse practitioners will be trained, and they will be going to create a midwifery-led units where the caseload of the deliveries are the maximum. So this itself is in tune with the World Health Assembly resolution of the WHO of the strategic direction of nursing and midwifery for investment. So I think we have to go a long way to operationalize it, to see that how the nurse practitioners are already playing a very important role, where we have started this NPM and NPME. The education and training of nurse practitioners and midwives, I think it is proposed to have these National Midwifery Training Institutions, NMTIs, and the State Midwifery Training Institutions, and training of the state midwifery educators in the 6 months and plus 1 year mentorship, and training of midwives with the nurse practitioner midwifery, which is an 18 months training program, and nurse practitioner midwives deployed at the MLCUs, preferably in high caseload facilities. So this is how it is proposed to have the nurse practitioner midwives, where the nurse practitioner educators are going to play a very important role in training the NPMs. The guidelines for starting the nurse practitioner midwives and nurse practitioner midwifery educator program, the Indian Nursing Council has prescribed that the minimum entry into the qualification should be the BSc, and recognition from the State Nursing Council and the State Nursing Board of Examination, and which are found suitable by the Indian Nursing Council under the Section 30 and 14 of the Indian Nursing Council Act. And also these institutions where they are going to start, even though it is in the government, it should found suitable and should have the clinical facilities as per the Indian Nursing Council curricular requirement, which has been laid down in the syllabus. And it is proposed minimum at least 30 candidates per institution as a number of seats which has been proposed. And the staffing pattern has been clearly delineated in this in the curriculum requirement. The international national midwifery educators have been as one of the new concept which has been envisaged in that in each institution they are going to have at least 1 to 2 international midwifery educators are going to work with our national midwifery educators to improve the quality of the nurse practitioner program, and especially the teachers are going to going to be the in MSc nursing, in OBG, pediatrics, and community health nursing. The specialties will be identified, and the medical preceptors, guest faculty, teacher-student ratios as per the curriculum which has been clearly given in this curriculum. As I said earlier, the duration is 18 months and trained by the state midwifery educators. The batch size will be 30, and the nurse practitioner midwifery, GNM and BSc nursing with minimum 2 years of clinical maternity experience will be identified for selection purpose. The certification will be given by the state nursing councils, and examination also will be conducted with the state board of the examination. And this is a program which has already started in many of the institutions. And the overall strategy for India, which has been planned for this rolling it out the nurse practitioner and midwifery program, to establish national midwifery training institution across the country, creating a pool of 840 midwifery educators, operationalizing the approximately 135-140 SMTIs in government nursing colleges across the country, create a pool of approximately about 86,000, as I mentioned, which is a big number, which the policy commitment is given by the government of India to train the NPMs, and where the high case load are available, they are going to place in such with loaded facilities, so that they'll be able to provide a qualitative midwifery services. Already we have milestones, some of the things so far we have achieved in India. The Ministry of Health and Family Welfare has given a detailed guidance note to all the state governments to follow it up in the implementation of this NPM program, and also the guidance note which includes the selection process of midwifery educators also has been circulated to all the state governments. National consultation on roadmap of midwifery was also held. The midwifery educator curriculum circulated to identified NMTS and state nursing council and to the examination boards. Gazette notification of the nurse practitioner midwife and nurse practitioner midwifery educator curriculum, which has been issued by the Indian Nursing Council. 15 NMTIs notified across country. The scope of practice, which is for the first time in India, we were able to come out with in consultation with the national head and NHM, the scope of practice for the nurse practitioner midwives for the first time, for the first you can say that the first program has been laid out and approved by the Indian Nursing Council and the NHM has been issued. The NMTAs and SMTAs have been operationalized, and they are conducting the national workshop and disseminated the various resource facilities for running this important program of the NPM. I think way forward we have to, I think you all know that the National Nursing and Midwifery Commission, which is going to come up within shortly, and this National Nursing and Midwifery Commission, which is having very important component which was not there in the earlier Indian Nursing Council Act, the scope of practice which was not there in the earlier INC Act, which has been reflected in the new NNMC Act, and this gives a lot of strength and the independence for this commission for delineating the scope of practice and also monitoring and implementation of the nurse practitioner program. Not only the nurse practitioner program, the 10 nurse practitioner program which Indian Nursing Council has already laid out. So for all these, for implementation, this new NNMC Act is going to play a very important role with the ultimate objective of improving the quality of the nursing care, with the ultimate objective of improving the patient safety and patient care. As I said, scope of practice is one of the very important policy reforms has been reflected in this NNMC bill, which is going to play a very important role for all the nurses and midwifery professionals, giving a legal protection for the actions which our nurses and midwives are going to function in the clinical setting. The nursing and midwifery professionals at state level under the NHM need to be positioned, otherwise it will have a lot of impact in the supervision and monitoring of this whole program. Creating the positions and providing the appropriate salary is a very important component. Development of a cadre and recruitment tool for the new category of the nurse practitioner is going to be very vital. And the proactive measures of the professional associations are going to be very important. The professional association has to play a very important role, because during my interaction with many of the MSc nursing with qualified who comes for our simulation center in Delhi and in the SGT University, so far we have trained about 752 the 5 days midwifery training program in the simulation. When I interact with many of these qualified professionals, and many of the people, they have not even read the midwifery guideline, they are not even aware of the midwifery guideline. I think therefore the SOMI has to play a very important role to sensitize all the midwifery professionals about this new midwifery guideline in totality, and also consulting the strategic direction for nursing and midwifery resolutions which have been reflected in the INC website, so that they should be more educated, sensitized, so that they will be able to integrate in day-to-day training program in the respective institutions. The bringing NPM on par with the nurse practitioner critical care program residency format, which is 6 months, is the lagging. I think Indian Nursing Council has taken a policy decision recently that we are going to bring this 18 months program, the NPM, on par with the 2-year postgraduate residency program. I hope in these 2 days you are going to have a deliberations. You will be able to come out with the constructive suggestions, so that how best we can roll out this the nurse practitioner midwives in India, with the ultimate objective of providing the qualitative midwifery services. Wish you best of luck. Thank you very much.
People, and I also see Dr. Ati Balachandran, former ADG Nursing, and Madam Manumani Venkat and Sapna Thakur, and all my senior colleagues, midwives, and the Assam chapter. I think my topic is ethical and professional standards in midwifery, and before that I would like to congratulate the Assam chapter for organizing this SOMI 17th National Conference here, because Assam has a special correlation. When I just googled the history, I think no other state in India has this correlation to midwives, because Assam has the only male river, Brahmaputra, the ferocious, aggressive and unpredictable force of water of Brahmaputra, and also the Kamakya, world famous Kamakya, and the goddess of fertility, femininity, divine energy, cosmic energy, and which gives, the ancient text says, which gives the 10 Dashamahavidyas, they say. In Telugu we say, because I am from Telangana, and both AP you can say. So 10 sacred knowledges the goddess Kamakya will give us. What a great coincidence I feel, where the menstruation is revered. Here menstruation, Ambachal Mela they do once in a year for 3 days. It's a festival. Menstruation is celebrated as a festival, as well as the womb, the uterus or the genitals, the yoni of a woman is celebrated
as the festival and is revered with lot of respect. Women with infertility, fertility issues, they come here and they offer lot of praise. What a great coincidence with midwifery. So I think no other state in India will have this great coincidence with midwifery. So I congratulate this, and we all will have definitely the blessings of the Kamakya goddess, because we are all working for the quality services for mother and women, and we are helping the mothers and the babies. We want to provide the quality maternal care, and we want to reduce the MMR and then IMR, NMR and all our indicators we would like to reduce. So thank you for giving me this privilege and organizing this national conference of SOMI in Assam, in Guwahati. Guwahati again is Guwaka. It is a word which is derived from the Sanskrit. Guwaka is the betel nut. So at heart is the market. So Guwahati also has a very little meaning. So you people in Assam are very blessed, and it is a sacred city. So thank you. So it is the ethical and professional standards of midwifery. I think here all the eminent personalities and students, midwives who are sitting here, everybody knows about ethics and professional standards of midwifery. Just a recap. So it's a skilled, midwifery is a skilled, knowledgeable, compassionate care for childbearing women, newborn infants and families across the continuum of pre-pregnancy, pregnancy, birth, postpartum and early weeks of life. Just a recap. Next slide please. She is a midwife, is a responsible and accountable professional. So we are, as Madam Manohari, Madam and Dr. Dilip Kumar was sharing, we are yet not yet developed a legal framework. We are still in the process. Since 2018, we have started this professional midwifery. Though again a debate, ANMs, GNMs, everybody has a registered midwife certificate, BSc, and this professional midwifery, nurse practitioner midwives and midwifery educators have come into the field. So, and we are all trying, but we are all one. Nurses and midwives are all one, and we are trying to provide quality services for the mothers and the babies. And this, I think all of you know this, I need not elaborate on this. This also. So why ethics are important? Because they revolve around respecting the autonomy, ensuring non-malfeasance, promoting beneficence and upholding the justice. So ethics, they primarily act as a guideline for us. Ethics is basically what is right and what is wrong. And we all know that we have the Indian Nursing Council Code of Ethics. So we don't have a separate code of ethics for midwifery in India. We have code of ethics for nursing, so which those principles only will guide us. So we don't have like ICM code of ethics for our country. So International Code of Ethics for Midwives, you know that it emphasizes the importance of safety, autonomy and the professional duties of midwives. It also promotes, and all of you know these ethical principles, respect for autonomy. So midwives must respect a woman's right to make informed decisions about her own body and reproductive health. So as nurses, as midwives, we all know that now the corporate culture has come in. Government, usually we never take any permission from the mother to touch her. We take it as our right to touch her, to conduct the delivery, to whatever we like. But those days have gone. Now everybody, there is a lot of consumer awareness is there. They ask for the rights. Women's rights are there. Even the women doesn't know anything. She's an illiterate poor woman. But as a professional, you are supposed to follow your ethical principle before touching. Because during my practice, I've seen great gynecologists, very big obstetricians. They used to beat the mothers during the delivery process. They used to use abusive language. We were stunned because we were, as students, we were studying minds, and then we were into nurses and midwives are always into ethics and some professional standards. So we were surprised why this madam is using abusive language and beating that mother in delivery. But we were not able to. I was just observing. But I think that as we are sensitive towards the ethical and professional things, many obstetricians, practicing gynecologists and obstetricians in their busy schedule, they don't follow, especially in government hospital. In private, everybody will follow. other things, because there will be lawsuits. But in government, still such type of practices are there, and so, but we must remember that a woman has a right before touching. You should inform her that I am touching your body to do this procedure, I am doing your palpation. This all of us as non-maleficents, so we cannot do any harm to the mother. We have to avoid harm, and many legal cases are also cited in this example. And beneficence, midwives should act in the best interests of the women and families, promoting their well-being and providing positive care. A childbirth should be a positive experience for the mother. And midwives must ensure fair and equitable access to quality maternity care for all women, regardless of their background or circumstances. And we must uphold the rights of the women, that also briefly we will see, and cultural sensitivity. And internationally and nationally also, we are supposed to provide culturally sensitive care, and that's why women, as nurses or as midwives, we should be familiar with the language, whatever the mother speaks. If she is a Muslim woman, we should know what is their parda system, what are their practices. Because way back in 90s, when we were doing home deliveries in the home, in a Muslim community, they have very good practices, home delivery practices. They used to have wheat porridge during the delivery, and they used to have upright position for delivery. All these things were there earlier also. So, and mother was comfortably delivering in her home without any complications. If it is a normal mother, without any problems. So culturally sensitive care, and according to different religions, they have different sentiments, and we need to respect regarding the care of the newborns also. Every religion has a practice, but we have to respect that, and we have to explain them, and then if it is harmful, we have to explain them. But still, if they refuse, you can't do anything, because it's their life, their body, their family, their priest is more important than what you are telling to them. So we can only inform. And confidentiality, protecting the privacy and confidentiality of women's information is crucial, because we come across many unwanted pregnancies, teenage pregnancies, so many things. So we need to maintain confidentiality. So this is also a fundamental principle. And the 8 professional standards of midwifery as per the International Confederation of Midwives, all of you know. So again, these 8 standards outline few ethical principles which are already discussed. Next slide. Responsibility and accountability. Midwives are responsible, accountable for their clinical decisions and action. So when you will be responsible and accountable, when you are fully aware of your, when you are having full knowledge about the subject, theoretical knowledge, skill, and the legal implications, and all that you should be. So many nurses, they involuntarily, sometimes they commit mistakes. They avoid documentation, they land into problems. Morning, madam was sharing one legal case note. And we have to ensure that consistently with our professional ethics, values, and the human rights. So everybody always upholding the human values are the utmost for any profession, whether it is nurses or whether it is doctors. We are here. And I was surprised to read the literature, human values and self-actualization. These terms are coming. So this about Kamakya, I heard one fascinating line that preliminarily, basically you are asking for children, she will give. But once you are asking for the higher intellect and higher things, she will make you self-realize, and she will make you to reach self-actualization also, it seems. So that much power this goddess of Kamakya has, it seems, in Assam or the sacred city of Guwahati. So human rights. So that is the highest form of knowledge. Self-realization, self-actualization is the purpose of life. What is, I'm a nurse, I'm a midwife, so what are my ethics, value system? How am I supposed to help myself, my colleagues, my mothers and my babies? Then practice standards are, of course, they are there, maintaining. You have to maintain your, update your knowledge and skill. That's why you need to attend such type of conferences and update your knowledge and skill. Older days nurses were not attending any conferences, not updating their knowledge. They didn't have that chance. But now the nurses have this chance, and every nurse and midwife should utilize this chance of updating the knowledge. Otherwise, nobody wants us. And now I think ethics and values. Midwives act consistently with professional ethics, values, and human rights, demonstrating respect for individuals and their culture and customs, regardless of the status, ethnic origin, or the religious belief. Confidentiality and communication also, you know it is very well. And regarding midwifery, here I would like to stress Dr. Dilip Kumar was telling, fortunate that we are moving forward in achieving our sustainable development goals and reducing our sensitive indicators. And here, southern states have a trend where there is declining birth rates. And on the daily nursing of the Telangana state, every day I get calls from so many consultants, Germany, Japan, UK, UAE. We want nurses, we want nurse assistants to take care of the people, aging people. There is no younger population in those countries to look after the older people. And I am no doubt by 2050 or 60, India also will reach that stage, because everybody is limiting one or two. And people are not even ready to get married. They don't want marriage. They don't want marriage, and they want to postpone the pregnancy and all these things. Nowadays, you can see all the educated women after 30. So this trend, I don't know where it is going to land us demographically in future. And then one or none policy. And now the Singapore, China is offering incentives for getting married, for having children. Recently, our
only one more minute.
sorry, ma'am. Chandrababu Naidu has announced that those who are having 3 children will be given incentive, because we are forecasting the future. We are going to have shortage. 2050, India also will be in need of youngsters. So, partnership with women and non-discriminatory care, infection prevention, and continuing professional development. These are all the things. Next. I think other things are evidence-based midwifery practices. We know the importance of companionship. Then all the old practices are weighed out. I think you all know the evidence-based practices in midwifery. And also, so we have to promote the normal birth and providing continuous support and the companionship, ensuring safe practices for pain relief, especially non-pharmacological pain relief methods, and empowering the women, respecting women's choices during the position of the labor or the whatever is that. And you know the benefits are improved maternal and newborn health outcomes, enhanced patient experience, and increased efficiency and cost effectiveness with midwives and quality midwifery care. And informed consent also, all of you know, informed consent, confidentiality, and some are the topics which are assigned to me. Already I have informed that shared information should be given, and in certain circumstances the information may be shared for a legal purpose, or if the woman gives consent that her information can be shared to certain people. Then legal and ethical necessity, information exchange. These are all the women's rights also. We are upholding, as midwives we are also upholding the women's rights. Next slide. And it is an ongoing process, and documentation is very, very important in the maintaining professional standards. Women rights, already we have covered. Please, partnership and empowerment, informed decision making, respect and dignity, right to a companion, no separation from the baby. And right to refuse the care. Some women, they will refuse the care. These days, they ask for a midwife or for a particular doctor, and they don't want a particular person to handle them. So all those rights of the women, cultural sensitivity, all these things, and of course confidentiality I have already addressed. Next slide. Trust and rapport, patient privacy, ethical practice, and these exceptions also have already informed. Next slide. Home births. So I think India is all set to go for again home births, because we see there are so many advantages. If it is completely a normal pregnancy without any complications, everybody, even if you ask me a choice, I prefer to deliver it at home. If a competent midwife is there, if there is a collaborative work is there, and if they can handle the emergency, everybody preferred. I think India policy decision will come in another 10 years or something, that we will move on from the 100% institutional deliveries to maybe the home deliveries may come back to India. and of course to collaborative care. These things are, of course, hospital births, patient safety, empowerment of women, respect for women references, and informed consent. All these things are there. There is nothing which you don't know what I have explained in this PPT on ethical and professional standards. So as Madam Manohari Madam said, we are all proud to be nurses and midwives. It's a blessed profession and noble profession. Many people, doctors, they say it as a lip service. But those who actually practice this nursing and midwifery, we feel within ourselves that we are blessed. We are in a blessed profession to help others, to offer advice, to do some good for the fellow human beings. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you. And I had the privilege to attend the 12 weeks midwifery leadership program organized by Dr. Rati Balchandran under the leadership of Jane Salvage, who is the India Midwifery Coordinator. So she shared a beautiful mail about me. So if you permit, I can share that. So there, it is there. Otherwise also it is okay, ma'am, if time is not permitting. We had a wonderful time, 12 weeks. Yeah.
And make it easier for the organizers.
You can.
Easier, otherwise if we delay, everything will get delayed. By that time,
It was COVID time and it was a beautiful experience, and 6 or 7 states we have participated in that 12 weeks midwifery leadership program. It was wonderful. So one question asked to me by Jane was, if you meet the WHO Director General, what his name I'm trying to recollect. So what will you ask? You are the Chief Nursing Officer or the Chief Midwifery Officer. He will meet you in a lift for a second. What is that you will ask? Then I said, I will ask for the midwifery directorate or the nursing directorate. One word I said. So there were different responses from the other states. We truly enjoyed. Thank you, Rati ma'am, for that wonderful opportunity. It's okay, ma'am.
Thank you, Vidilata, for that elaborations and reviews on ethics and professional standards in midwifery. I think all of us got reviewed, and as well as everybody must be aware of the RMC, Respectful Maternity Care, where this is being all discussed in detail. The online courses are available. I'm sure many of you must have. That was being developed. We were a part of it, SOMI. And I was also one among them, where they had examples of how these all can be practiced with mothers, what happens. So all of you please go through that course. With that, we will, I would like to welcome the third speaker.
Thank you, madam.
Sincere thanks to Dr. Prakashama madam. I am a student of Dr. Prakashama, Government College of Nursing.
Thank you, madam. Now, I would like to request Dr. Rukima Sakya madam to kindly felicitate our eminent speaker, Dr. Vidyalata madam.
Thank you, Assam chapter SOMI and all the
Thank you, madam.
Thank you. I invite Rabani Mandal, Registered Nursing Council, West Bengal, to do a deliberations on government policies and maternal health programs. Mr. Rabani Mandal is done a BSc Honours Nursing from Government College of Nursing, SSKM Hospital, Calcutta University, and MSc Nursing in Obstetric and Gynecological Nursing from Government College of Nursing, SSKM. We have worked as BPHN 3 years at BPHC Purulia, board in charge at the NRS MCS, assistant teacher for 20 years at nursing training schools, teacher in charge and principal nursing homes for 9 years. She's participated in different types of national and international conference. I know she's always there with SOMI, and I know her for many years. Over to Shravani.
Good morning. Madam, I am very happy that I am sharing this stage and I have a scope to say something regarding this legal aspect. Already our previous lecturer, they are shared some things and I want to give some another area. Next slide please. Yes. So just I would like to go directly to the topic because already time is over. The next speaker is waiting. Next, I want to just speak out some components of midwifery care. Actually, Dr. T. Dilip Kumar, he is rightly described that for the nurse practitioner course and there are so many units are established. And for this midwifery care and the obstetrician care, first of all, I am just telling that the components of midwifery care, that is number one, establish the MNCU, that is the midwifery care unit, and demand generation and community engagement. The third is the inclusion of respectful maternity care. I think no need to for explanation of these points. Already all these are explained. That is the physiological birthing. Next, the encourage parents of the birth companion, expansion of pool for nurse practitioner and health system strengthening. Next slide, please. And this one is the framework where the antenatal and delivery services, and this framework is taken from the guideline, whatever guideline Dr. Dilip shown in this guideline delivered by the Indian Nursing Council. And this one is the outpatient department and delivery services. Two branches there, two branches are there. One is the antenatal OPD and one is the birthing unit. In the antenatal OPD, there is two types of OPD. One is the midwifery led care OPD and the second one is the obstetrician and gynae led care OPD. And in the birthing unit, there is also two types. One is the midwifery led care unit and another one is the obstetric led care unit. Next, please. Next, the types of birthing unit. Already I told you that two types are there. One is the midwifery led care unit and the second one is the obstetric led care unit. Then what is the midwifery led care unit? I think all of you by this time acquainted with this term. That is the midwifery led care unit. This unit where the maternity care is provided by nurse practitioner midwife, and after the completing the 18 months training at designated state midwifery training center. Actually there are so many training centers. One is the regional training center, one is the national level and another one is the state level training center. Next, this one is the obstetric led care unit. The obstetric led care unit, this one the unit where a team of medical officer, obstetrics and gynecologists, specialists, anesthetists and the comprehensive emergency medical officer and the life-saving trained doctor and staff nurses provide the obstetric care as well as the specialized care to pregnant women who are at a high risk and have developed complications. Next please. Already this was discussed, that is the medium. And this one, this one is the flow chart. I think this was not so clear, but just I am telling what are given in this picture. This one is the pregnant woman. When he enters in the hospital, then whatever we will do, then there is two wings here there. One is for the antenatal care, who is the not in labor. The mother who is not in labor, that they will screening done by the midwife. And after that, if it is low risk, then the midwife, and then if it is the high risk, then it will go to the obstetric led care unit. And whenever the pregnant woman came to the hospital and she is waiting for delivery, then the triage system is there. And in the triage system, I think all of you have seen that is the high risk and it is the low risk. The mother who is in the high risk, she will go to the pregnant admitted in the obstetric led care unit. And the mother who is in the low risk, she will go for the midwifery led care unit. And then whenever the pregnant woman admitted in the MNCU, then she will expect for the respectful maternity care. Already it is described by my previous speaker. And then the care for promotion of physiological birthing attendance and the birthing position. And after that, if any complications, then the pregnant woman will refer to the obstetric led care unit. And if there is no complication, then the ongoing care of women and the newborn care. Next please. Next, the midwifery led care unit. There are some principles for how we will make or establish the midwifery led care unit. Then the existing conventional birthing unit and labor room functional in high case load facilities. That is the district hospital, medical college wings, and the FRU community health center will establish the midwifery led care unit. And the MLC will be stand-alone model but in close proximity to the conventional labor room. And it will coexist with the existing maternity unit. In the event of a laboring woman requiring the comprehensive emergency obstetric care. Next, please. And there is one picture for the MLCU and how the bed will be distributed. If it is the number of delivery in the 100 to 200, actually all these slides is taken from the guideline by the health minister. Next. This is also one picture what all the equipments will be kept in the midwifery led care unit. Next. And I am just give some picture, that is the antenatal and intrapartum genital yoga. If it helps all of you, because all are midwives and we know that the exercise in the different trimester, it helps the mother to relax their mind, to elevate their discomfort, and it relax their pelvic muscles also, and it helps for the delivery also. Next. And I have just give some picture. I think by this time all of you knew that the alternative birthing processes, that is the number one, that is the squatting position. All these are practiced by the midwifery led care of the all the nursing practitioners NPM who are working in the MSU. And they are doing with this mother and they are helping the mother to have this position, and they counsel the mother that if the mother will practicing this position, they will relieve the birth pain also. And second position, that is the lateral and sideline position. And next, this one is the standing upright position, hands and knees position, semi-sitting and upright sitting position. And there are some, I have written here some articles and things whatever must be tracing on the MSU.
2 more minutes.
Yes, madam. Is there?
2 minutes more.
Okay, ma'am. So next slide, please. Next. Actually, that is the opportunity in the MSU, that is the sensitization in the stakeholders, identify the healthcare facilities, conduct the community mobilization activity, and conduct the site-specific advocacy, and provide the basic required equipment. Next. And this is the flow chart that what we are expecting, that we have a midwifery directorate. This is the flow chart for that. And next. And this is the how we monitor and evaluate whether, how the MLC is running. Next. And here, this one is the comparison that Indian Confederation of Midwives, what all competency we are expecting, and in the 18 months course, the nurse practitioner course, what they are doing. So already Mr. P. Dilupan told that is 6 month gap, and we have to increase the duration of the course. Then only the third portion, that is the that gap we can meet up. Next. And I want to tell something that as I am coming from the West Bengal, in our West Bengal, one MLC already started from the at the Nilratan Sarkar Medical College, Kolkata. Already they have completed on the first batch nurse midwifery educator, they have completed their course from the Khandandej Hospital, and the second batch with the 9 candidates with nurse practitioner educator, they have completed from the nurse practitioner educator course, NRS Medical College, Kolkata, and they are starting the second batch for the nurse practitioner midwifery for 18 months. And from this year on, more College of Nursing, Diamond College of Nursing, the principal Manushi is here. She has started the nurse practitioner course also. I think that more colleges, and for the preparation of this nurse practitioner midwifery, we can start also. Thank you, madam, for giving the chance. Thank you.
Thank you, Shirley, for that elaboration on MLCs and what's happening in Bengal. I think we don't have time, but maybe 2 questions can be entertained, or anything anybody would like to speak. Anybody wants to ask any questions to the speakers? Otherwise, I would like to ask my senior midwife leaders, Madam Usha, you would like to say something on the topic? Because I know we heard a lot about the guidelines are there, but the legal framework I have not found anything so far. So what do we do? What is this conference going to do? What are we going to ask the government or put it up to the government? That's the question.
We have to develop the resolution. And you have to,
Thank you, both of you. So well explained, especially the first speaker. She talked about being in Kamakya Devi's place. And it's a coincidence or it's a blessing that we are holding this very, very important conference of 17th conference of SOMI. And we have great blessings. We are going to have blessings that hereafter SOMI will be a part of this program that Midwifery Initiative has started, and being a part of it, like all those rules, regulations you said, these are framed very well by the Government of India. We were in the technical advisory group when these were framed and carried out. But as I said in the beginning also, SOMI is not directly participating in it. So we are participating through NHM, that also through JPICO and other. Not directly. So from here, I have already talked with her. We are going to tell the government of Assam when we start this year, we should be a direct part of it, so that we, with our practice, as so many of you said, yes, we have done the midwifery practices, and with that, and an attitude, and with skilled, sensitive, and safe care that only midwives can give. So we are in good position, and thank you. You people have really explained well, and Telangana definitely is way ahead in putting the midwifery-led care into practice. Similarly, West Bengal was pioneer and now also working in it. So we have Gujarat, Telangana, and West Bengal, 3, and of course Karnataka. These 4 states are doing very well in this field. Thank you. And surely this conference is going to become a milestone in the further development of midwifery. Thank you very much. I am so impressed by all of you.
I want to give one information.
Good morning, everybody. Because Assam also has taken initially this regional college of nursing was selected to start the MLCU and NPM course also, as because the already assessment is done from the INC, SOMI, WHO. It is already done. I think that it will be started very soon. And we are waiting for Madam has spoken that SOMI with the conference only we will start here.
I like the idea of, everybody should promote physiological birth. We all should speak about physiological pregnancy, physiological birth. No need for any medicalization.
Yes.
But we should be very careful to find out if there is any complication getting developed. That is our responsibility. So if we keep these things in mind, definitely we are going to promote midwifery. Here, good thing, Rati is here.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Yeah. So all the speakers have given very good orientation about the midwifery guidelines and the practices, and it's very promising that it is going to be 2 years after BSc. So we are going to have post-graduation in nurse practitioner midwifery. That's something to be celebrated, and that's sustainable and integrating. So I wish all of you great success, and this conference we can take it ahead with all the state chapters, take it late and make that state task force be the big constitute in the state task force to establish midwifery-led care units in your states. Wish you all the very best, and thank you for setting those things. And midwifery leadership program, we have selected very good people, and you also can practice it in your states, replicate it in your states. Thank you.
Very good morning to one and all. It's my pleasure to stand scattered within the nursing and midwifery, because we also must remember that INC and Government of India and with Niti Aayog, They are advocating for nurse practitioner courses in 11 subjects. So, if everybody asks for a separate cadre, will it be possible? So I just want to stop here and we can have many.
No, I don't think. For the obstetrician where the complicated cases go, the midwife, normal cases only midwife should manage. I think that will work out to see that midwives are functional and they are doing their work. Everybody will be interested. Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
The specialty course, it should be 2 years of that, post graduation, one thing. Second thing is that you have to start writing to the finance department to get the post created. The creation of post, it took more than 10 years in our state. So that is the big troubles and hurdles also. Because when we are going to create the post, the department will raise many questions. So you have to clarify those questions. So now onwards only you have to start when you are going to start the midwifery course. To start with the fight with the finance department and also the health department. So that is the way how you can create the post. Without creating post manpower, preparation is.
Thank you, madam. Now, I would like to request Professor Dr. Manasi Sen Gupta, madam, to kindly felicitate the chairperson of the first plenary session, Madam Mrs. Lieutenant Colonel Retired Manumani Venkat. Thank you, madam. Last but not the least, I would like to request Professor Dr. Ranju Rani Das, madam, to kindly felicitate the moderator of today's session, Mrs. Sapna Thakur.
Dr. Siddharth Singh, IS, Commissioner and Secretary, MERT Government of Assam, to kindly. Since he has not arrived yet, I ask the other dignitaries. Oh, he is here, sorry. Sir, please, we welcome you on stage, please, sir. And I also request the guest of honor, Professor Dr. Anup Kumar Barman, TME Director of Directorate of Medical Education Assam, to kindly come on stage. I request Professor Dr. Achyut C.H. Vaishya, Principal cum Chief Superintendent, Guwahati Medical College Hospital, to kindly come on stage. Okay, since he hasn't arrived yet, I take the honor and privilege to welcome Mr. Dilip Chandan, Editor, Assam Bani Guwahati, to kindly come on stage.
May I now request Professor Dr. Usha Gandhi, President, Society of Midwife India, to kindly come on the stage. We welcome you, ma'am. May I further request Professor Dr. Geeta Das, Chairperson, SOMI Conference, to kindly come on the stage.
May I request Dr. Lukima to kindly grace the stage.
I would also request Professor Dr. Mona Borgon Saikia to to kindly come forward and grace the stage. May I now request Dr. Asha Bhatt, General Secretary, Society of Midwife India, to kindly grace the stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us warmly welcome our esteemed dignitaries with a round of applause. May I now request Dr. Lukima Saikia, the organizing secretary of the 17th National Conference of SOMI, who has worked tirelessly behind the scenes to ensure the seamless execution of this prestigious event, to deliver the welcome address.
Thank you. I'm indeed very happy to receive our Dr. Prakash Sama Madam, the pioneer of the SOMI, the founder of SOMI, and for all of us, she is a mother. A warm good morning to chief guest of today's program, Dr. Siddharth Singh Sir, IS Commissioner and Secretary, MERD Govt of Assam. Guest of honor, Professor Dr. Anup Kumar Barman, DME Assam. Guest of honor, Professor Asus Chandra Boysa, Principal, Chief Superintendent GMCH, though he is not present with us, he will be joining.
Thank you so much. Please be seated. The guest of honor of today's function is Professor Dr. Anup Kumar Barman, Directorate of Medical Education, Health and Family Welfare Government of Assam. May I request Dr. Asha Bhatt, General Secretary, Society of Midwives of India, to kindly felicitate the guest of honor of today's event. Thank you so much. The special guest of today's event is Mr. Dilip Chandan, Editor, Assam Bani Guwahati. May I request Professor Dr. Onmuna Borgohai Saikia, Co-Chairperson SOMI, to kindly felicitate the special guest of today's event. Thank you so much. May I now request Dr. Lukima, Organizing Secretary SOMI Conference, to felicitate Professor Dr. Ushal Kande, the President of Society of Midwives of India.
May I now request Mrs. Geeta Datta, Organizing Committee member of this conference, to felicitate Dr. Asha Bhatt, General Secretary, Society of Midwife India. May I now request Professor Dr. Nirmali Gogoi, Organizing Committee member of this conference, to felicitate Professor Dr. Geeta Das, Chairperson of this SOMI conference.
you, ma'am. Kindly be seated. May I now request Ms. Pombi Gogoi, Organizing Committee member of this conference, to felicitate Professor Dr. Onmono Borgohai Saikia, the co-chairperson of this SOMI conference.
All the delegates and students and friends. At the very outset, I must thank the organizer for having me here today, as having been invited as a guest of honor. I have some duty to offer in this prestigious meeting today. I also would like to congratulate for having such a beautiful conference in Assam, a national conference in midwifery. So I congratulate the SOMI Assam and also the Regional College of Nursing Guwahati. But my understanding first, it is a midwifery, like in all that's dealing with maternal health and side basically. In other words, dealing with all the obstetrical cares, right from the prenatals, internatals, and postpartum, and also care of the baby, neonatal baby. While I attending this morning, just before ending, I heard one of from the very senior faculty probably. She told me that all the obstetrical care should be handled by only the midwifery, not the obstetrician. I absolutely agree. Yes. What practices in the West or in other developed country, that also we should. In other developed country, not a routine practices, not the routine labors, not the routine prenatal, postnatals are not handled by the doctors. They are mostly by the midwifery. But in India, still it is mostly by the obstetrician. But I absolutely agree with the madam that in the medical colleges or even in the district hospital or any delivery points, all should be handled by midwifery. That I absolutely agree, and even our doctors also will be very happy, because if they can take care of only on the critical cases when needs, they can only give a your suggestion or any they can give their services only when they are complicated ones. But the routine cases of delivery, labor or postpartum should be handled by only the midwifery. So having said that, we need a very trained personality in this. Now the question is, do you have such adequately or such skilled person or not in our society. So for that we need to develop our this education, again the nursing care education, in midwifery, what we call midwifery educations in our state or in our country. Then only we can develop some skilled personality so that they can taking care of all these problems. And midwifery is very important, I know, because in 2000 our maternity mortality rate was maternity rate was how much? It was 384 in 2000. And in 2024 it has come down to 103. There is a significant drop of at least 70% drop of MMR in India, and it is only because of a good practice in the midwifery. I think you all agree with me. It is only because of the good practice of the midwifery this maternal mortality rate has significantly reduced, and even the MMR also, infant mortality rate also significantly improved. So we need a good skilled person, that we agree. So for that we need a very good educational institutions for giving a good quality nursing education. I am happy to learn that the Regional College Nursing, one of the very oldest nursing institutes, these nursing institutes in our country, in our state, they are taking care of training some this midwifery in a special manner. Probably they are going to open some special courses. And just please educate me, ma'am. Do you have any post-graduation in midwifery in India? We have a. That is also a part of the midwifery probably. Okay. So that will be a separate one. And while coming to this meeting, I was just searching what is the course there. Is there any courses? Yes, there are some courses in midwifery. That is one MSc, BSc and MSc courses in midwifery. So probably in Commissioner Savita asked, probably because it is a need of the hour, we need, because we have to reduce our MMR, we have to improve our IMR. So, and without the help of this midwifery, we cannot improve. So for that, probably we need to we need to develop some of our centers so that we can train specially for this midwives. So that I think I would request our Commissioner to think in this way, that perhaps we also can open some courses here after BSc nursing, or after some GNM courses also we can have some special courses for midwives. So nothing much from my end to add in this meeting. Once again I thank the organizers for inviting me. I hope all the delegates, all the research persons, they will enjoy our hospitality and then enjoy the Guwahati, the weather here, and then enjoy, and also you will visit the Ma Kamakya temple. You will take blessings, because many of them I can see from the south already, many of them. So you can take the blessing of Ma Kamakya. I hope this will be a very great success meeting. Thank you very much for your presence here.
Thank you, sir, for the profound insights shared with us. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the most pivotal moment of today's evening. It's a great honor to introduce to you a man who has achieved amazing things and has scaled heights of success in his professional career at a very young age. A distinguished IAS officer of the 2005 Assam Meghalaya Gather, who has over 2 decades of experience in public administration, who has held key positions as a district magistrate, managing director of smart city projects and various state initiatives. His expertise and leadership skills earned him national recognition, including the National Award for Swachh Bharat Mission and Chief Minister's Award for Excellence in Administration. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the chief guest of today's event, Dr. Siddharth Singh IAS, Commissioner and Secretary, Medical Education and Research Department, Government of Assam. Sir, please.
Dignitaries on the dais, President of SOMI, all the delegates who have come from different parts of the country, Northeast and Assam. A very warm welcome to all of you. I'm very happy that the conference this year is organized in this very beautiful part of the country. We have beautiful green hills, we have enormous rivers, we have wildlife, you name it, we have it. So Assam is blessed with abundant natural beauty, and I will request some of you can take some time out after the conference and then visit the Pavitra National Park, which is only 1 hour away from here, or you can go to the Kaziranga National Park. Shillong is very close by, so there are so many things to do. You can have an evening cruise in the Brahmaputra, you can go to Ma Kamakhya temple. So there's so many things to do apart from the conference also in this beautiful part of the country. Now, midwifery is something that we have been very, very conscious about, and the government of Assam, I'll just give an overall perspective of how the government of Assam is going. The government of Assam currently is paying a lot of attention to the health and medical sector overall. Now, the department is headed by the Honorable Chief Minister. He retains this portfolio as a minister also. And he was our health minister for a good 15 years almost. So, he has a lot of insights in the functioning of almost every wing of the health sector. So, in 2009, we only had 3 medical colleges in Assam, till 2009, from independence. And now we have 14 medical colleges in Assam. We started 3 medical colleges last year at Rangpur. So, this is the pace of development that Assam is following currently, where from having 3 medical colleges since independence to starting 3 medical colleges in 1 year, we have covered that journey, and now we are making 10 more medical colleges. We will have 24 medical colleges in Assam by next 3 to 4 years. Our medical graduates are increasing, our PGs are increasing. So on the medical side, on the production side, a lot of... Now, to keep pace with this, we need to increase the number of nurses and midwives who are coming out of this. So we are also making 9 new nursing colleges in this state. So 2 had started last year in Kokrajhar and Jorhat. This effort will continue. And we are also looking at specialized nursing courses. In Barpeta we had started the nursing college, which we will have only for oncology going ahead. So a lot of work is being done on this side. Now, as a career, I feel that the nursing and midwifery has been not given its due over the period of time. It is something which for a lot of reasons, historical and otherwise, over the years, it's not given the due, not given the importance that it truly deserves. So in case of Assam, we want to change that. So a lot of new initiatives are being taken up. So on the nursing side, I'll just like to tell that we have a project which is assisted by the World Bank. It is in fact called the ASSIST project, where nursing is a major component. So the regional center of nursing would be converted into an institute of prominence, a center of excellence in the state. And already the regional nursing college is catering to the entire Northeast. It's not only the Assam, but all our neighboring states are also benefiting from the regional nursing college, but we want to take it to the next level. Similarly, we are also investing on our A&M and GNM colleges, some of which require a lot of investment in terms of improvement of the infrastructure, HR and other logistical parts. So under this, we are looking at doing all this. We also have very recently signed an MOU with the Singapore government. So we are, in fact, only yesterday we had a discussion with the Singapore government on nursing and midwifery. Now, the exchange of knowledge, ideas and all. And then we have a similar kind of agreement with Japan. In fact, nurses from Northeast, we had 77 nurses from Assam and Northeast going to Singapore in the last 2 years. So those who are from the South India, for them it's very normal, because a lot of the nurses from Kerala and southern parts of the country are already going to the Middle East and other parts of the world. But for the Northeast, this is something new. We don't want anyone going out of the country, but we want to provide that choice. If someone wants to go, That freedom has to be there, that choice has to be there if someone wants. So we want to produce global leaders, we want to produce a global workforce. They work in India, they work in the state, that's their choice. They want to explore some other part of the world, that also they should be able to do. So that is something that we are enabling and empowering our nursing students to do here. Similarly, we recently also signed an MOU with a foundation called Novo Nordisk Foundation, which will help us in a lot of knowledge generation, exchange, and all things. So we are working, and similarly, we are also looking at partnering with AIMS, CMC, Vellore, and all, so that a lot of their knowledge and ideas can be exchanged. Now, as Madam President had mentioned, that SOMI here can play an important role. They can also be one of the knowledge partners of the government of Assam under the project or some of our other endeavors, and we can take the knowledge, the body of knowledge and collaboration from SOMI and put into place some of the best practices that the other states of the country have done or other parts of the world have done, and then put it into practice in Assam and other parts of Northeast also, if they're willing to participate in that. So in case of Assam, as I said, we are looking at a very large picture. As the previous speakers have also said, the MMR has been a cause of concern for the state. Now, while Dr. Burman mentioned that our MMR for the entire country has come down drastically, same has happened in the case of Assam also. But our MMR still is higher than the national average. This is something which for us is a matter of extreme concern, and it is reviewed at the highest level on a very regular basis. Now, MMR, as you know, just like IMR, is not something that can be reduced overnight. It is something which requires a lot of players to come together to make it well. You require clinics, you require centers where deliveries can take place in the farthest of places. You require referrals, you require trained HR, and in most of the places, as Dr. Burman rightly pointed out, you don't even require a doctor. A trained nurse is sufficient, a trained midwife is sufficient for a delivery and postpartum care. So that is also something that we are counting on, so that is something we are leveraging. But I would say we still have a long way to go. If we look at some of our western and southern states of the country, Kerala already is, I think, MMR is below 70, which is at par with the European standards or the best in the world. So, but some parts of the country are still above 250. So there are huge regional disparities also. Though we look at the overall picture, and within the state also, you will have a lot of disparities. So some districts would have very high MMR, whereas certain districts would have lower MMR, owing to different reasons. So that is something which I feel is where the midwives have a huge role to play, and the state government would partner with them, is partnering with them to bring that down. I would not take a lot of time. I'm very happy that Guwahati has been chosen as a venue for this, that we are hosting this conference, and the curriculum or the schedule which has been provided for this conference, I see, is a very comprehensive one. A lot of academic exchange is going to take place. Apart from that, also I see very experienced members and very young members. So it's a good time to mix, to learn from each other, to connect, to create your networks. It's a great time for also connecting with people, finding out new friends, colleagues, and collaborators. So I hope that this conference will go a long way in improving the MMR, in improving all the objectives with which the SOMI has been created. I wish you all the best. Welcome you once again to Assam. I hope you all have a very comfortable stay in Assam. Weather still is moderate. So I hope evenings you can go around, have a look at the city and around. Welcome to Assam, and all the best for the conference. Thank you so much.
We extend our heartfelt thanks to our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Siddharth Singh, for his
eminent dignitaries on the dais and participants from various parts of India. ladies and gentlemen. I'm really very impressed to see you all here. Actually, this type of conference I have done before coming to this conference. This type of organization about what exactly this organization is working or doing. I did not know. I did not have much idea about that. But after coming here, I talked to some people here and came to know that this is a different type of organization. And in spite of having so many professional works, you were coming here to lead a new kind of find out some new ways to solve the problems in the country. So this is a very very noble idea. I'm a journalist, and you know better, journalists are Jacob and Master of None. I started 40 years back. I started journalism as a young reporter. In those days, my editor was directing me to do stories on MMR. MMR was a very new word for me, and I was a very young journalist. So 40 years back, I had to file lots of stories on MMR, at least 6-7 stories in a year. That was a common phenomenon kind of thing in those days. So after 40 years, now I am editing a newspaper, and after 40 years again I am telling my reporters to do stories on MMR. After 40 years, the same thing is going on here in Assamese media. What I did as a reporter 40 years back, and after 40 years as an editor, I am doing the same thing. This is a kind of mystery for me, and difficult to understand for me what exactly going on in the state. We have seen in the last 4 decades, Assam has developed like anything. In the health sector, government has done lot many things. Government is taking new initiative, new projects, new schemes everywhere, new medical colleges, new nursing colleges. But in spite of doing all these things, the problematic scenario as a journalist, when I think about the scenario, health scenario in my state, then I find that there are still lot of works to do, and I feel there is somewhere there is a gap between the policy maker and the worker, and that is if you discuss this problem also in the conference, I think it will be better. It will be more productive, and also organizing a national conference every time in a state, it's difficult, I understand. But in other sector, I have seen some government or basically non-government, in the non-government sector, I have seen many think tanks are working to find out solution in their respective problems. Also, if you organize after completion of the conference, if you organize a kind of think tank if you what is called it? If you materialize a think tank kind of thing, and try to find out over the year, try to find out the problems and the solutions through this think tank. And if you yesterday I spoke to some of your office bearers and was asking them that after this conference, whatever you have done in the conference, in the 3 days conference, so this should be what is called it, in the field of whatever you have decided, whatever the solution you have found out here in the conference, this should be passed out to the common people also through media. So otherwise, if everything is confined to your organization, inside your organization only, then it will be not properly. So, মই অলপ অসমীয়াতে কৈ দিছোঁ। এই গোটেই কথাটো থিংক টেংকৰ কথাটো মই কৈছিলোঁ। থিংক টেংক এটা যদি আপোনালোকে এই কনফাৰেন্সখনৰ পিছত যদি এখন থিংক টেংক এটা যদি প্ৰস্তুত কৰি উলিয়ায়, তেতিয়াহ'লে কি হয়, গোটেই বছৰটো এখন মানে কনফাৰেন্স এখন বছৰত এবাৰ হ'ব, তাত আহি আপোনালোকে লগ খাব। তাৰপিছত গৈ পেলাই এই গোটেই কথাটো বছৰটোৰ কাৰণে পৰি থাকিব। তাতকৈ যদি এটা থিংক টেংক আপোনালোকে তৈয়াৰ কৰিব পাৰে, কৰি পেলাই গোটেই এটলিষ্ট মানে অসমৰ যিটো চিটুৱেশ্যন আছে, অসমৰ চিটুৱেশ্যনটোক লৈ পেলাই আপোনালোকে যদি নৰ্থ ইষ্টৰ অন্য ষ্টেটৰ তুলনাতটো অসমৰ চিটুৱেশ্যনটো আৰুহে বেয়া, যিহেতু আমাৰ ইয়াত পপুলেশ্যন ইজ ভেৰি হাই কম্পেয়াৰ্ড টু আদাৰ ষ্টেটছ ইন দ্য নৰ্থ ইষ্ট। চ' যদি এইটো কাম আপোনালোকে এটা থিংক টেংক এটা প্ৰস্তুত কৰি উলিয়াব পাৰে, তেতিয়াহ'লে থিংক টেংকটোৱে গোটেই বছৰটোত এই কথাবিলাকক নজৰ দি পেলাই অহৰহ কাম কৰি থাকিব পাৰে। Go for good research work. Also, you can engage some professional researchers. আপোনালোকৰ মাজৰ ভিতৰতে থাকে কিছুমান ৰিচাৰ্চাৰ্ছ থাকে, তেখেতসকলকো এইবিলাক কামত আগবঢ়াই দিব পাৰে। দি পেলাই গোটেই বছৰত যদি এনেকুৱা এটা এৱেৰনেছৰ কাম কৰি থকা হয়, আৰু যিটো মই কৈছিলোঁ যে দেয়াৰ ইজ এ গেপ অফ ব্ৰিজিং, চৰকাৰ আৰু আপোনালোকৰ মাজৰ এটা গেপ থকাৰ দৰে মোৰ এটা অনুভৱ হয়। এই গোটেই কথাখিনি আপোনালোকৰ সমস্যা কথা বতৰা গোটেইখিনি এখন কনফাৰেন্সত চৰকাৰৰ উচ্চপদস্থ বিষয়াসকলক নিমন্ত্ৰণ কৰি আনি পেলাই এনেকুৱা ছেশ্যন এটাত কথা ক'লেই গোটেইখিনি বস্তু পাছ হৈ যে যাব, তাত মোৰ সন্দেহ আছে। গতিকে আপোনালোকে যদি এই গোটেই কথাখিনি যিখিনি এই গোটেই ভাৰতবৰ্ষৰ বিভিন্ন প্ৰান্তৰ পৰা আপোনালোকৰ প্ৰতিনিধিবিলাক আহিছে, আহি পেলাই তেখেতসকলে যদি গোটেইখিনি তিনিদিনত এটা ব্ৰেইন ষ্টৰ্মিং যিটো গোটেই তিনিদিনীয়া এটা অনুষ্ঠান হ'ব, তাত যদি আপোনালোকে যিখিনি ফাইণ্ডিংছ পায় সেইখিনি যদি প্ৰপাৰলি গভৰ্ণমেণ্টৰ ঘৰত আৰু সৰ্বসাধাৰণ ৰাইজেও জনাকে যদি প্ৰকাশ কৰিব নোৱাৰে, তেতিয়া এনেধৰণৰ যিখন তিনিদিনীয়া আপোনালোকৰ কনফাৰেন্স সেইখন অলপমান অসমাপ্তৰ দৰে আধৰুৱা হোৱাৰ দৰে হ'ব যেন মোৰ ধাৰণা হয়। গতিকে মই অনুৰোধ কৰিম আপোনালোকক যে এই গোটেই কথাখিনি আপোনালোকে যাতে ভাবে। আৰু মিডিয়াই সদায় এতিয়া চাব, if you even check today's newspaper also, you will get that at least there are 20% stories on health. They may not be positive, but there are stories on health. Media সদায় হেল্থ ছেক্টৰটো, হেল্থৰ বিভিন্ন কথাবিলাকক সদায় দাঙি ধৰাৰ চেষ্টা কৰে, কিন্তু পজিটিভ কথা হ'বও লাগিব আৰু পজিটিভ থাকিলেহে সেই ষ্টৰি কৰিব পাৰে। মিডিয়াই ষ্টৰি কোনো ধৰণে বায়াছ কৰি পেলাই নোহোৱা কথা এটা ক'ব নোৱাৰে। গতিকে যিটো আমাৰ ৰাজ্যত ঘটি আছে, যিটো আমি দেখিছোঁ, সেইটোকে মিডিয়াত ৰিফ্লেকশ্যন হয়। গতিকে মই ভাবোঁ মিডিয়াই সদায় কাম কৰি থাকিব। আপোনালোকে মিডিয়াকো এই কনফাৰেন্সত এই ধৰণৰ যিবিলাক নতুন নতুন আইডিয়াজ আপোনালোকৰ আহিল বা আহিব, বিভিন্ন মানুহে ক'ব, এইবিলাক কথা যদি আপোনালোকে মিডিয়াৰ সহায়ত যদি সৰ্বসাধাৰণ ৰাইজে বুজি পোৱাকৈ দাঙি ধৰিব পাৰে, তেতিয়াহ'লে হয়তো মই যিটো MMR ষ্টৰীৰ কথা ক'লোঁ, 40 বছৰ আগতে মই যিটো ষ্টৰী কৰিলোঁ MMR, আজিও সেই একেটা ষ্টৰীয়ে কৰি থাকিব লগা হৈছে। এতিয়া ইনষ্টিটিউচনেল ডেলিভাৰীৰ কথা ওলাইছে, তাত অল ইণ্ডিয়া এভাৰেজতকৈ অসমত ইনষ্টিটিউচনেল ডেলিভাৰী প্ৰায় 10% কম। এইবিলাক কথা আমি বুজি নাপাওঁ। গতিকে এই গোটেই কথাবিলাক আপোনালোকে যদি এনালাইটিকেল এটা দৃষ্টিভংগীৰে দাঙি ধৰিব পাৰে, তেতিয়াহ'লে বোধহয় আৰু সৰ্বসাধাৰণ ৰাইজে বুজি পোৱাৰ সুবিধা হ'ব আৰু কামত আহিব। আৰু মই থিংক টেংকৰ কথাটো আকৌ কৈছোঁ, আপোনালোকৰ এই কনফাৰেন্সৰ জৰিয়তে যদি এটা থিংক টেংক প্ৰস্তুত কৰি পেলাই তেওঁলোকক যদি গোটেই বছৰটোত অহৰহ চিন্তা কৰাৰ কাৰণে, ছাপোৰ্ট দিয়াৰ কাৰণে ব্যস্ত কৰি ৰাখে, তেতিয়াহ'লে আৰু অধিক মনোগ্ৰাহী হ'ব বুলি মই ভাবোঁ। এইখিনিকে মই ক'লোঁ। থেংক ইউ ভেৰি মাছ। মোক এই অনুষ্ঠানটোৰ এটা পাৰ্ট কৰি লোৱাৰ কাৰণে মই খুব সুখী হৈছোঁ, ভাল পাইছোঁ। আৰু নিশ্চয় মই এজন সংবাদ ক্ষেত্ৰৰ মানুহ হিচাপে মই আপোনালোকৰ এই আজি অংশীদাৰিত্বটো কেনেকৈ প্ৰকাশ কৰিব পাৰি তাৰ চেষ্টা কৰিম। নমস্কাৰ।
Thank you, sir, for your kind presence and for sharing your kind words of wisdom with us. A souvenir is more than a collection of pages. It is a timeless tribute to the achievements and shared vision of this event. The abstract book will serve as a valuable repository of research and academic contributions and discussions presented here in this conference, providing a lasting reference for future learning and collaboration. Ladies and gentlemen, with great enthusiasm, I invite Dr. Siddharth Singh, the chief guest of today's event, to officially release the souvenir and abstract book. Book. Shall we all mark this moment with a round of applause?